This is a brief overview of the operation of the Habasit Belt Tension Meter BTM-1. The belt tension meter consists of the meter itself, which is covered with a durable rubber cover for protection of the instrument, and the sensor probe. The measuring probe plugs into the top of the unit and is secured with 2 screws. Power the tension meter on by pressing the power button, and then using the enter key you'll scroll through the presets. The first one is the units of measurement. The units are either newtons or hertz or RPM if you're measuring speed. So you'll select the unit of measure according to the measurement you're making. We'll be measuring the tension of the belt in newtons. Press the enter button again. You're allowed to select the language. Again, with the arrow keys you can scroll through the options: German, French, Japanese, English. The enter key again, the units of measurement, which can be millimeters, inches, either one. We'll use millimeters. Press the key again. This is the sensitivity. The sensitivity can be adjusted from 0 to 50. I've selected 25 for right in the middle of the range, which should be adequate for our measuring here today. Next is the contrast. Again, this can be adjusted with the up and down arrow keys just to decrease or increase the contrast of the display. The next selection allows you to turn the backlight off or on. So there with the light off, there with the light on. And then finally, the last step in this menu is a calibration test, a frequency test. To begin the frequency test, touch the up or down arrow, hold the probe over the display until you hear an audible beep. When you hear the beep, you saw the display there was 24.7 or 24.9. The display should be 25 plus or minus 1 hertz, and the test is okay. Now we're going to measure the tension on a belt. First, we power the machine on. Next, we go to the kilogram icon button. Press this button, and here you need to enter the mass of the particular belt you're measuring, either by calculating the mass and inputting it, or with a second push of the button, you access a menu of all Habasit flat power transmission belts and timing belts. By using the up and down arrows, you can maneuver through the list of belts, scroll through the menu. The belt we're going to be measuring is Habasit MAM5P. It's number 56 in the menu, and the mass of the belt is 1.3 kilograms per square meter. Next, we need to set the distance between the centers of the pulleys of the span of the belt we're going to measure. We're going to be measuring the tension on this belt, this MAM5P belt here. The span that we're measuring is between this pulley center and this pulley center, so we need to measure and find out what that distance is to enter it into the measuring unit. So here we can see our center distance between the 2 pulleys for the span we're measuring is 650 millimeters. The center distance is 650 millimeters. And again, we set that by going with the up or down arrows to the center distance required. Now we're ready to measure the tension on the belt. So to take the measurement of the tension on this belt, we simply hold the probe over the belt between 5 and 20 millimeters away from the surface of the belt in the center of the span that we're measuring, and give the belt a thump. There's an audible tone when the force measurement is completed. Press the down arrow key and it gives you the option to store the measurement. Press the enter key, store OK, press enter again, stored in location number 4. To recall a stored value for a measurement that you've stored, press the down arrow key. It shows the store number. Use the arrow keys to go up or down to select the location where you stored your measurement, and then press the kilogram key and it will recall the measurement for you. Again, this was belt type 56, which was MAM5P. The center distances were 650 millimeters, and the force recorded, the tension recorded, was 32.5 newtons. The BTM-1 Belt Tension Meter is supplied with full operating instructions, which can also be accessed on the web. Be sure and read the manual before operating the tool and pay particular attention to the safety precautions.